Have you ever wondered why we don't have a vaccine for the common cold? Well, it's simply because the virus that causes the common cold mutates so quickly and so many times that it's virtually impossible to have a vaccine for it. Even amongst less virulent diseases, scientists have to race to create vaccines for different strains before a new one appears. Now, using AI, researchers at the University of Cambridge may have just made a major breakthrough. They are creating a new kind of vaccine that doesn't target a virus but apparently could work across a family of viruses. If that works out, it could be a massive breakthrough for medical science.
For decades, vaccine development has largely followed the same pattern. A virus emerges, scientists identify it, and then begin developing a vaccine specifically for that strain. But by the time vaccines become available, viruses often mutate, creating new variants that may reduce their effectiveness. Researchers at the University of Cambridge are now working on a different approach. Using artificial intelligence, they have developed a vaccine platform that identifies the parts of viruses that remain largely unchanged across multiple variants. Instead of targeting one strain, the technology is designed to generate immunity against an entire family of related viruses.
Well, it's a way of making vaccines that allow us to be proactive, meaning ahead of the curve with viruses instead of being behind the curve. We're always reacting. Viruses are getting ahead of us, and then we end up chasing them with, vaccines to variant X, Y, and Z. And what we're doing is going to change that paradigm.
The goal is to stop constantly chasing new variants and instead build broader, longer-lasting protection. The idea was shaped by lessons learned during the 2013 to 2016 Ebola outbreak in West Africa. When the outbreak began, the disease was initially mistaken for other illnesses, delaying both diagnosis and vaccine development. During those critical months, the virus spread rapidly across several countries, eventually claiming more than 11,000 lives, according to the World Health Organization. Following the outbreak, researchers began looking for a way to redesign vaccines before the next pandemic arrived. Artificial intelligence became a key part of that effort.
And it was during COVID, during the SARS-CoV-2 outbreak, that we decided it was time to design a vaccine that was different. Not one based on a variant isolated from, a couple months ago, but based on all the sequences out there, and we could put them together and to make a target that would protect from all the variants that could potentially cause an outbreak or a pandemic.
By analyzing enormous amounts of genetic data, AI can identify the similarities shared across different virus variants while filtering out constantly changing mutations. This allows vaccines to focus on stable viral targets that remain common across an entire virus family. Scientists believe this approach is becoming increasingly important because new infectious diseases are emerging more frequently. Population growth, expanding international travel, and increasing human contact with wildlife are creating more opportunities for viruses to spread from animals to people. The first human trial of the new platform has already been completed. A study involving 39 volunteers tested a universal sarbecovirus coronavirus vaccine developed using the AI-assisted technology. The trial, sponsored by University Hospital Southampton and published in the Journal of Infection, reported no significant safety concerns.
Well, first we need to show that they're safe, and that's what we've just done. We've done the first in human trial, and then we go on to do phase 2 trials, or we can license these microchips, if you like, of vaccines to pharma partners who have the capacity to manufacture these and scale up in the event that, pandemic is looming.
The vaccine will now move into larger clinical trials to evaluate how effectively it protects against multiple coronavirus strains. Researchers say this is still an early-stage technology, but they believe it could fundamentally change how vaccines are designed. Rather than producing new vaccines every time a virus evolves, future vaccines could provide protection across entire groups of viruses. Scientists also say Newer AI tools are helping them analyze larger data sets faster than ever before, accelerating vaccine research and development.
We look at the three-dimensional structure to make sure that it's the essential core of all those variants. So these proteins, these antigens that we're making, are representative of a whole family or whole subfamily that gives us protection from no matter which variant may arise.
If successful, the technology could improve global preparedness for future outbreaks and reduce the time needed to respond when the next emerging virus appears.